I'm up here in realized profit, $7,500. Here also the hottest area of interest, $58,300. We see here on the 50 minutes chart, the Bitcoin price is coming down. This would be your trade setup right now. The whole crypto market looks ready to bounce back to the upside and to seem to have potentially found its bottom, which will lead to increased prices over the next following days and weeks. If you want to know where we need to enter and what positions we're potentially taking, then stay around here and let's go. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much, first of all, for yesterday's video. That was insane. On a Sunday, almost 9,000 views. Amazing, guys. I love you for that. I was not expecting that, so thank you really much. And now let's have a look here on the DXY, what's happening here. I told you 2 days ago that I expect the DXY on Monday to keep continuing to go to the downside here, and that this downward sloping trend line most likely will give some sort of support and a bounce back to the upside. And lo and behold, that is exactly what we are experiencing here right now. But on the other hand, the 104.95 point level is trying to act as a little bit of resistance, so the DXY is struggling to get above that level. As long as we can maintain that for today, we are looking good. By tomorrow we should see continuation to the downside if we are staying below that level. But even if we come up a little bit higher, I'm not really concerned that this level will immediately act as support again, and most likely we still continue the downwards trajectory into the target of that rising wedge pattern, which should be the 103.9 point level. So that is of course good news for Bitcoin, because as long as the DXY and the dollar loses strength, the more room is given to risk on assets to go to the upside. Now, I was having a look at the CME chart, and we did not actually create a CME gap over the weekend. Remember, here on Friday, when we closed at $57,065. That's also where we opened last night again. Got a small flash move to the downside, got a quick flash move to the downside, but then started to pumping back to the upside. This is also something that happens from time to time, and not really surprising, because I told you guys I was expecting a higher low to confirm a specific pattern that we are going to talk about here in a moment. Now, today's came also some amazing numbers out in terms of the ETF. The ETF has in the last 30 days received the highest net inflows so far recorded for the Bitcoin spot ETF, and that of course gave some bullishness, relief to the market, and that's why Bitcoin started to go here back to the upside and not continuing the downwards spiral that we are experiencing here right now. Now on the lower time frames, I wanted to see a little bit more action. That's why I wanted to go into the 50 minutes chart here for today. We see here on the 50 minutes chart, the Bitcoin price is coming down to the Chandelier exit indicator, which is right now in an uptrend. So here I would expect a move to that green line here, and a bounce back to the upside. You see this over and over again, that these, either the red line or the green line, getting tested after a move here to the upside like this. Test, then sideways, then another leg to the upside sideways, test to the green string, then we continue, and so on until we change trend, and then the red line acts as resistance. Here the green line is should act as support, let me put it this way. So here on the indicator, stochastic is telling me that we could be in here for another 18 minutes to the downside before we are bottoming out again, the bounce to the upside. RSI also slightly bearish. MACD also about to give a sell signal. So if we are breaking here below the green support line and we are able to close a candle below that, potentially we are flipping here back into a sell signal and continue to go a little bit lower. But I would expect that the weekly open, at least the weekly open, will give us some sort of support here on the shorter time frames, and from here get a bounce back to the upside. So potentially here between Monday mid-level and weekly open, you get a sniper entry for a Bitcoin scalp, if that's something that is interesting you. Now on the higher time frames, on the 4-hourly chart, also exactly as mentioned, we came into the EMA ribbon For now, with this 4-hourly candle, we're seeing a rejection from the upper middle area, which is not good. We would like to see to hold that level with a full candle and not see a rejection with a wick. In terms of liquidation levels, we have still most of the liquidity above us. Below us, there's no high leverage whatsoever. That was all cleared on that move to the downside. So again, only liquidity, high liquidity is here if we move to the upside, which makes it quite likely that we are seeing by today at least $58,450 more or less here again. There is, of course, a chance that we are running back to like $53,000, but right now I'm not seeing that. There's no real reason for that. I just don't like that we are retracing right now here a huge part of the candle. I hope over the next hour we are coming back and filling this here up again into the middle of the EMA ribbon so that we get continuation to the upside and liquidate a lot of shorts on the way up. On the liquidation heat map, nothing really has changed. We have here a support level from where we bounced and also created more longs along the $56,800, $57,000 level. Again, upside favored with these hot areas here at 59,400 and 58,800. And of course, highest concentration is here to the upside on the 24 hours chart. So what we built bit up in terms of liquidity. Here also the hottest area of interest, $58,300, was not taken out yet, remains a target. Here we could go all the way down to 56,500. From there, I would expect a bounce back to the upside to take out here the most concentrated area that we built over the last 24 hours. When we're going here into this 4-hourly chart where I have the MDX ALGO suite with the trend dynamic scalp gradient, here you can clearly see that we got into a blue area. We got a sell signal here when we created the higher low, which sometimes can be a misfired signal. Just want to point that out. I would consider this a misfire if we get back to $57,700, close that 4-hourly candle there and continue to go to the upside. Then this was definitely a misfired candle. Most likely we are getting immediately another buy tag once that is happening. But the more interesting thing here that I wanted to show you guys is that we are now potentially having here our W formation confirmed. The only thing what we need for that is a break above $58,400 approximately to confirm that W pattern. And then the technical target for this trade setup would be sitting here at $63,400. So that is a trade that I'm definitely looking at. From a risk to reward perspective, it would definitely make sense. Now look at this here, 63,400 more or less. There you go. And then I would put my stop loss kind of like here. So that is a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, almost 8.6% profit to the upside against the 2.8% stop loss. I can trade here with 10x without any headaches or sleepless nights that I will get from that, because the stop loss is considerably small against the potential gain. So definitely worth it. And once we are here up in that level, there is a little bit of resistance, but we might step through this here into the supply zone of $64,400. So $100 higher, which will give us another 2% to the upside. So that is a trade setup that you can keep on your books for the moment. But I'm going to inform you, of course, when we are getting into these levels so you can take the trade. Don't forget that if you want this indicator and also the supply zones indicators, you get this with the MDX ALGO suite. The link is in the description below and in the pinned comment. Just go and check it out if you are interested in this, because it is phenomenal when it comes to helping you with trading here with these gradient colors to basically tell you, is the market cold, is it hot, is it warming up again, and all that kind of stuff. Also here another MDX indicator, the trend progression. Here, remember I showed you yesterday the fractal down here, that I believe that we are seeing the same up here right now playing out. The only confirmation that we need for that is, first of all, that we are breaking above the downward sloping trend line, and that we are also breaking above the trend progressive indicator here, right now still in a downtrend in red. Once we are breaking above this and this is flipping green, that will be your confirmation that the downtrend overall should be over here on the daily chart, and that this fractal is about to play out. But for that, we need, worst case, in the next 48 hours, a break above this downward sloping trend line. Now, when we're going back to the Wall Street cheat sheet, also here we again did not put in a green candle yet. We can just hope that now in the next 2.5 days, we are finally putting in here a green candle to confirm that the bear trap in the optimism stage is completed, and then we're finally ready to shoot here to the upside. On the weekly chart, we are right now below the 21 moving exponential average, which is a bearish sign. I told you guys yesterday it would be bad if we close a weekly candle below that. The current weekly candle tries to push above that level of $58,400. Only if we push above that and close above that, then also we have the confirmation that we are continuing to go back to the upside. Forgot what I wanted to show you here, guys, but it's fine, it's fine. Regardless, I actually took a little bit profit on my trades here on WEEX. I'm gonna show it to you. Look here, realized profit $7,500. So as you can see, I'm up here in realized profit $7,500. So I took profit earlier here on one position, and I'm still up $3,500 on another position on my other trades here. Overall, again, guys, if you want to trade Bitcoin with me together, do it on WEEX. The link is in the description below and in the pinned comment below. That is the exchange where I'm trading right now my big Bitcoin trades on. And also here you can clearly see the W pattern that we got rejected from that neckline here. But once we are breaking this, we should be good and rally to the upside. Now here on the weekly chart, our cup and handle pattern is still intact. We got a perfect retest of the bottom of the handle. Also a bounce here right now in progress with this weekly candle, but of course we need to get back above here the 25 moving average at $60,000 and back above the upward sloping trend line to see this pattern coming into fruition. But it is still there. Again, if we lose here the $53,000 level, be prepared that we potentially move down to $40,000, but for now it doesn't look like that we get anywhere close there. When it comes to the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, we are not looking that bad. We now 2 times retested the support line. I hope that we are getting another proper retest today, and by tomorrow finally break through this and close today's candle really close to that support line to finally get that break that we are looking for to confirm the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern and finally have the last confirmation needed that we are moving back to the upside. And this whole thing here was a big deviation and shakeout to scare weak hands out of the market. Now, when we go to altcoins, altcoins overall still in bearish territory over the last 24 hours and oversold, which is good for us because as long as many of them are oversold, this gives us great entries for altcoins that we want to position ourselves in. Also, the total market cap for altcoins is looking pretty healthy. We got supported here from the $2 trillion level up at $2.058 trillion right now. Here, I would expect worst case by next week a push back to at least 2.26. Once we are getting this, we have a reversal pattern then in play, which will also signal us that we are ready to continue to go to the upside. And guys, once again, if you want to trade altcoins with me together, I trade all altcoins on BYBIT. You'll find the link also in the description below and in the pinned comment if you want to trade altcoins, because BYBIT has one of the best liquidity in the market. And of course, I'm a long-term partner, and you get up to $30,000 worth of bonuses. So it's a win-win for both sides, guys. Don't forget the link is down below. Now, altcoins that I'm trading. One of them is FDM. I actually have to look on my phone for my BYBIT account, how much I'm up on my FDM trade right now. I'm a little bit, I'm around $500 up on that specific trade. If the camera is focusing, there you see it, roughly $500. Over $500 right now. So my trade setup was here from 42.81 cents. That was my entry. My target remains the 60-cent level, which is here 42% to the upside. If you still want to take the same trade, you would be not too late. You would just need to enter here at roughly 46 cents. It will still give you a good risk to reward ratio here. Of course, you can raise a little bit stop loss. Here 1 to 3.5 0.54 would be your risk to reward ratio, 33% to the upside against 9.35% of a stop loss. The overall momentum still remains here to the upside with the indicators. Stochastic going to the upside, MACD about to get here bullish, stochastic also going to the RSI going to the upside and creating a bullish divergence, and price still going down at the same time, bullish divergence. The bullish divergence will be confirmed and completed if we are reaching 52 cents. We can say that the divergence is in progress to be confirmed when we are breaking above 46 cents. So again, if you want to have a safe trade, wait for 46 cents, at least a 1 hourly candle close above that level to enter this trade, and then you can trade this all the way up to like 61 cents the same way I'm doing that. Then Solana perfectly on track here with the trade that I given here on the daily chart. You would be also not too late to enter this. I'm also still in this trade. I almost got wigged out here at my stop loss and liquidated, but luckily I didn't. Now we are breaking the downward sloping trend line, the last one here, it's holding us down. The first target would be 0.5 level, $155. Then here the golden ratio at 165, and then the extended golden ratio at 230. On every step here on the Fibonacci extensions, I'm going to take profit, guys. So you need to take profit along the way to make sure that you get paid and not round trip your profits. Now Ethereum, still same setup like a couple of days ago, break $3,050, and I will be getting into this trade this initially into the golden ratio here at $3,427. And if I see good price action movement around this level, I might extend it all the way up here into the $4,000 level, which will give me then 31% of a profit against a 3.72% of a stop loss. And that means for every dollar that I'm risking, I'm potentially making $8.44. Also here, a small bullish divergence, RSI creating higher lows, while we have here still a downtrend going on. Divergence will be confirmed once we are breaking above $3,050, hence why I want to enter there. Guys, something new coming up here. If you want to stand a chance to win $1,000, the only thing that you have to do is sign up on PrimeXBT and deposit at least $50 on that account to stand a chance to win every week $1,000. This will be directly credited as a trading bonus into your PrimeXBT account. Right now, you want to make sure that you get from somewhere free money so that you can trade, especially when we are close or have already hit the bottom. So that is the best moment, guys, for you to get some free money and to open some positions. And here you only need to do a lot. Only sign up with the link in the description of this video at PrimeXBT. Deposit $50 to be eligible for the giveaway, and you can, if you deposit enough money, also claim a $3,000 bonus here. So I will also use here in the future PrimeXBT because they allow me to have here 200x cross. That's of course totally degenerate, more or less gambling, but maybe I'm gonna throw in here and there $50 just to play around with that. So I'm not recommending that you use 200x leverage, but if you want, you can. You know, sometimes I get bored, so I like to play around with stuff like that. And it's also a really robust platform. I have traded here in the past. Now, Injective, if you missed the entry down here, that there was basically, again, over the last couple of days, proper sniper entries, in my opinion. You had yesterday another chance here to get in here at this level. Let's say you got in there. Then this would be your trade setup right now. You would look at almost 51% profit to the upside against a 4.55% stop loss. But if you did not get that, then here is your next opportunity at $21.95 approximately, with the target of the golden ratio at $28 and the stop loss at current prices around $20. You want to make sure that you wait until hitting $21.85 level, because $21.85, $21.85, yes, and get a 1 to 4 hourly candle close above that, just for the simple fact that we have here major support resistance flip zone. Once you get a candle close above that, you can enter and trade this then into the golden ratio, because the indicators overall here on the daily are all telling me buy, buy, buy. We are going to the moon here for injective. The same for Rune. Don't forget, Rune is mimicking Bitcoin. Whatever Bitcoin does, Rune does right now for some weird reason. You see here indicators extremely bullish. MACD just bounced off. The signal line is printing more green, darker candles. Stochastic gave a buy signal. RSI getting into bullish territory. Price pumping to the upside. Once we are closing this 4-hourly candle above $3.56, we should get continuation to $3.87. And then into our target here of $4.10. Also here, I might be targeting the supply zone here afterwards at $4.18 to $4.34. And I will keep holding on to this trade if we are able to manage to break above the downward sloping trend line. The stop loss is really tight here, and I got kind of a sniper entry yesterday at $3.18 when I entered, because the low was at $3.16.6. So that was basically a sniper entry. Yeah, and now we are trading this to the upside. So if you missed that entry, there's another way where you can enter. That's here at $3.56. Your stop loss becomes then the daily open. The risk to reward ratio, of course, is a little bit smaller, but it's still fine. It's almost 1 to 3. It's 1.2.9. Still 15% that you can make to the upside against a 5% more or less stop loss. Still fine if you want to take that trade. Again, here, at least 1 hourly candle close above, 30-minute candle close, sorry, 30-minute candle close above the $3.56 level. And guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure that you smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you then again tomorrow.